You are farmers, a part of the agricultural community that used to feed the old empires. For all the industrial wealth and power the empires had, it was the wheat and mutton of the valleys which fueled their factories and furnaces, and after the Great War, even the community outlasted the empire. But while life in a farming valley is peaceful, it is also intensely boring. From an early age, you learn to fly to dust crops and watch over herds, and now, you have left the valley to find yourself part of a wider world. Hello viewers, as the very first episode of this UR series, I guess I should explain what I'm even going to talk about. In this series, I will be discussing the various playbooks you can find to build your character in Flying Circus. After all, planes are cool and fun, but you need an equally awesome pilot to fly them, and they often have quite a lot of tricks up their sleeves. So, while all pilots are excellent flyers, farmers are even better than most at flying since an early age. A lot of their personal moves directly contribute to flying, and in addition of mastery moves, a farmer can get quite ridiculous quite fast, almost like they have the aura of a main character. Maybe that's why all of their stat blocks often have a good amount of daring, which let them do crazy stunts quite often. Their personal moves also frequently interact with daring stats too, so that's important. For new players, Farmer works as an excellent playbook. They aren't complicated, somewhat little drama, and straightforward. Anyone could easily understand the hero journey of a naive kid taking a big step into the world. Farmer even has a special move called Why Didn't You Tell Me, which if narrative trigger set up by GM comes up, Farmer can discover that they have a secret heritage to possibly a royal family line and could either join in to switch their playbook out for a scion, or reject it and obtain tons of experience points. Honestly though, a farmer in a scion plane? A lot of people are going to die. Since Flying Circus also has a heavy connection with World War I, Farmer is also a stand-in for all the rural folks that made up a significant part of the armies in Europe and America during the war, not far removed from the stock of many real-life pilots. The core move of the farmer that defines the playbook is naive, which makes them unable to try out unfamiliar vice unless someone guides them through it, and even then it doesn't count as a help roll and you need to use their daring instead of yours. This move makes farmers have less options in relieving stress and cause them to burn out more often, which somewhat puts a block on their combat power because you can't spend experience when stressed with 5 and more stress. And also, burnout and venting are really bad. They also has an intimacy move, and I'm just gonna explain this once. Intimacy move doesn't mean the sex. It's meant for emotional moment shared between characters, whether platonically or romantically. Anyway, the farmer's intimacy move is called I Will Be With You, Always, which when you hold someone you care for close, they can roll 4d10 instead of 3d10 when you help them, taking 2 highest, ongoing as long as they still trust you. If you use this move in the air, you only take hard move if both your extra dice for the help roll is 1, single 1 doesn't matter. This is the most powerful intimacy move in the game, it just makes help move twice as better. The problem is if you break their trust, you immediately take 5 stress, that's really bad. Basically, this intimacy move encourages the farmer to stick close to the people they are affectionate with, help them out as much as possible, and try not to break their trust. As for their personal moves, like most classes, the farmers can pick 3 of their personal moves right at the start.
Here goes nothing.
Is a move in which a farmer can use almost any mastery move, even one they haven't obtained, for 1 stress, essentially allowing them to pull off a new and unknown trick with ease. Let's try spinning instead. Lets a farmer roll any air combat move with daring when they beg their plane to hold together, which benefits a lot from their high daring stat, but if they roll a 1 they immediately get screwed.
Great shot, kid, that was 1 in a million.
Is a move in which the farmer can just do an impossible shot once per routine, be it shooting right at the weakness of a leviathan, or go full Sherlock Holmes on someone to make them rethink their life. But, if you use this move to target someone's body directly, be it shooting them or insulting their appearance, you take 2 stress. Also you will be left vulnerable afterward as if you have used draw a bead move, so make sure you have someone to save your ass. Trust your instinct is probably the most ridiculous of farmers' moves, because it lets you take a new mastery move every 3 marks instead of 5. This is the reason why a farmer can get so ridiculous. They can get mastery move faster than other classes, then they get more kills from being better at flying, which give them more marks, and the cycle just repeats. This is what lets a farmer goes from an ordinary farm boy or girl into the ender of empire in less than a week.
This is where the fun begins.
It is just a simple but effective stress relieving move that works just by having the farmer fly their planes. Kinda important considering farmers' naive core move, which prevents them from relieving as much stress as other classes.
You hear nothing? You're braver than I thought.
Is the reason why even though a farmer's starter planes are kinda,
What a piece of junk.
they can make it work anyway. Basically, the longer you fly a plane, the more stat upgrades it's gonna get. It only works twice, but that's more than enough already. It's effectively free upgrade to any plane a farmer flew, and if someone you don't trust tries to steal your plane, they quickly find out that they can't understand what the hell is going on with this custom ride. Its working is a move in which the farmer work on their plane to upgrade or gain a benefit, like permanently reduce upkeep by 1, repair all damaged components for free, or cut the cost of an upgrade by half. These are all very good and play well to farmers' high daring stat, but it takes a lot of narrative time, and if you fail, you will break something. And finally, I Can Fix It is a move where the farmer engage in percussive maintenance, allowing them to roll patch fix with daring instead of calm, which could gives them even more patch fix benefits. This once again, play well to farmers' high daring stat, but if you fail, your engine don't work anymore. Other classes can also learn the farmer's move through move exchange, like with most classes, but move exchange isn't exactly simple to perform either. And of course, a farmer also gets one plane to start with. All of them are really cheap planes good for farm work, but in the hand of a farmer, they can do a lot more than that. So, a farmer player can choose a used Arntwerke C.7 Rennflugzeug, a very fast single-gun rotary scout that has an altitude throttle to boost past its speed at low altitude, but it's slow on a turn. A used Mitscher IGJ-79 SF, a slow pusher plane that's highly agile, armed with a scattergun which works well with farmers that have low hard stat. A used Rechtluftschlepper, an incredibly slow corp duster that can carry both cargo or bomb load. And a used Ritter model CJ Spatz, an okay at everything rotary dogfighter that's just decent at its role. You can also pick a used plane with a price of 10 thaler, which doesn't exactly leave much choice besides some other single-gun scout or civilian crafts. Then again, it's not like a farmer needs more firepower than that when they have enough mastery moves. There's also a bunch of other things you can get as a farmer, but they have more importance narratively, so I'm not going to mention them here. It's more interesting if you read them yourself. Anyway, that's about it for The Farmers, a playbook themed around a classical hero journey, centered around a naive kid taking steps in a big world. You can expect more episodes of the series coming soonish, but with everything done, I will see you all next time. Hello there, if you like this video, please subscribe to my channel and click that notification bell button. If you really want to support my channel, you could visit my Patreon page, or buy me some coffee, links in the description. Anyway, have a nice day.